Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing a talk-through tutorial on a kind of warm golden brown halo type smoky eye. And I don't think I've ever done a talk-through tutorial on my channel. And for my eyes, I'm actually going to use both of the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palettes, the original and then the semi-sweet. So if you have these two for your eyes, that's great. If you don't, you can find similar shadows really easily from the drugstore. So I'll kind of show you the colors that I'm using. You can find ones that are similar to use. So yeah, I'm also going to be showing the halo technique, which you can do with literally any shadows, any colors. I've done it with purples, I've done it with blues. Really pretty. I love it. But I just wanted to do like a neutral look for my channel, for people who maybe don't want to use as much color, but still want to use that technique. It's really easy to do, and you can replace it with any colors, like I said. So yeah, let's just get on into this tutorial. So I'm starting off with a clean face. I just did my morning skincare routine. So now I'm just going to moisturize. I'm using the Merle Norman Anti-Aging Complex Emulsion. And this is really good to use in the summertime because it does have an SPF of 30. And it's really light. And I just sort of pat this all over the skin. I do really like this product. It does have a very sunscreeny smell. So if you like really can't stand that, then this won't be for you. Now, as always, you want to prime your eyelids. You can use primer, but I'm just going to use some concealer. This is the Maybelline FIT Concealer in 15 Fair. And I'm using concealer rather than a primer because I have a lot of veining on my eyelids, and I want to kind of get rid of that. And I want a nice, smooth base for my shadows. So I find that using concealer gives you that really nice base, and as long as you set it with a powder after, it will work just as well as a primer. I'm just using from the original Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette this shade right here. I don't know what it's called because I have the old packaging that doesn't say the names on the actual tin. But it's just this big giant highlight color that's matte. I'm just using a tiny little angled brush. Anything kind of fluffy that won't deposit too much product. Now we're going to start on the actual shadow. I always like doing my shadow before my foundation so that cleanup is a lot easier. So I'm going to zoom you in just so you can see everything a little bit better. Okay, so now we're going to start on the eyes. So for your transition shade, just take any fluffy brush. This is a Sigma, I don't know what the new number is. I have the old Sigma brushes. And I'm taking from the original Chocolate Bar palette this color right here. It's like a warm brown. It's really pretty. And just put this into your crease and blend it out really well. It does not have to be perfect because it is just the transition shade. When you have that base of concealer and powder down, the shadows just blend so much easier. So that's why I love using that combination. Taking a smaller brush, this is a Sigma 217. It's just like the MAC 217, which I also have. It's the same thing. Mine's a little dirty. And I'm taking the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I'm taking the shade Peanut Butter, which is right there. And basically doing the same thing as I did with the transition color, but being a little bit more precise. And using all of these different shades of like warm brown will help when we start applying the darker colors. It'll help to blend everything. Now you want to select your darker shades that you're going to be putting in the outer, in the inner corner. I always like using matte shades and then doing the highlight shimmery. That's just my personal preference. You can do whatever you want, but you want to make sure that you don't do all, I mean, you can do all shimmery, but it just won't pop as much. So the first shade I'm going to be taking is from the original Chocolate Bar palette again, and it's this one right here. If you can see, it's that one. Again, I'm sorry I don't have the names, but what can you do? And I'm just taking it on that same brush, the Sigma 217. Every brush company has a brush like this now. And I'm just going to kind of start patting it on the outer and the inner corner. Really lightly though. And you want to leave that middle space completely blank. This is one of the lighter colors, so it is okay to use a fluffy brush. It'll help not have any sharp lines. And if you kind of get messy on the middle, it's okay. Once you put that bright color down, it'll kind of mask everything else. But you also want to kind of lightly take it right above in the crease, just so that everything connects, but you still want to keep that middle open. I'm next going to take a pencil brush. This is a 217. Any pencil brush will work, and you want to take a color that's even darker. Now the color I'm taking is called Cocoa Chili from the Semi-Sweet palette because this is such a warm brown. Now it does have flecks of gold glitter. It's like a matte shadow with flecks of gold glitter. When you blend everything, the gold glitter will go away. I just love the tone of this shadow. And we're just going to do the same thing, but using a smaller brush. Now you can see the gold glitter a little bit, but it will sort of blend away the more products we put on. And again, just lightly take that up. And I feel like a lot of people maybe aren't really that into this halo technique because they think that bringing a dark shadow into the inner corner will make their eyes look smaller. But really this technique is super, super eye-opening. Then just blend lightly. Now you can easily leave it like this. It's dark enough. And put your highlight color in the middle. But I'm actually going to go in with 2 more shades that are even darker. Back into the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, I'm taking the shade Licorice, which is just a black. You can use any black. Taking a tiny bit off, tapping the brush off, and then putting that right on the outermost part, outermost portion of the eye, and the innermost. It's super, super lightly. You can barely even tell that you added this stuff because it adds a little bit more depth. Like I said, you can start with Cocoa Chili. It's beautiful. But I like my shade better. Now, if you're like me and you tend to get a lot of the dark color right where you're going to put the lighter color, you can go in with a light base. I'm actually going to use a little bit of this Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow. Looks like so. This has to be shaken like a lot. But you could use white, you could use seriously whatever you want. And just dab it right in the center. Like that, and it'll kind of work. I actually probably would have done something a little lighter than this color for this, but I already have it down, so yeah. Then you're going to want to go in with your highlight shade. I am going to use the shade Butter Pecan, this shade right here from the Semi-Sweet palette. Just taking this on a flat shader brush, the Sigma 239, I don't know what the color is called now. But you just want to pack that on. You can see how bright that color is. Okay. And then you can just take a blending brush, kind of feather everything out a little bit. Next, I'm going to apply some black eyeliner. This is the Urban Decay eyeliner in 0, and I'm applying this to my upper waterline. And I just like doing this when I'm going to apply fake lashes. Now I'm going to apply my fake lashes. These are POSH lashes in number 1. You can see them. I really love this brand. I got them at the Makeup Show New York. And they're super, super nice. And they were like, they're seriously like $1.50. To prep my eyelashes for the falsies, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. Before my false lashes, my favorite mascara to use is the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant. I don't know why. I just love this. You can see it's like super separating, which is what I like when I do false lashes. I like a separating mascara rather than a volumizing. Okay, so I finally got these lashes on. These were so difficult to apply. Usually POSH lashes are really easy for me to apply, but these number 1s were not easy. They look really pretty on, but I wouldn't buy these again because they were seriously so hard to put on. I don't know if it was the new Cocoa Lash Glue that I used that just wasn't like sticky enough, or if it was the actual lashes, so yeah. Okay, so I zoomed you out because I'm going to start on the face now. For some primer, I'm going to use the Elf Mineral Face Primer. This is like a line filler primer. And this is really nice. You need such a small amount. My skin's really dry today. So normally I would use like the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer or something like that, but this is a lot more moisturizing than those ones. Just using my Maybelline FIT Me Matte and Poreless. I'm in the color 120 Classic Ivory, if you're wondering. You guys know, if you follow my Instagram especially, that this is my favorite primer ever. Flat brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. Actually, this isn't flat. This is like the domed one. Alright, now I'm using my super dirty beauty blender and just kind of buffing everything out even more. Use some concealer. I'm using the Naked Skin from Urban Decay. Looks like so. And just applying a little bit of this under the eyes. This has really great coverage, but the shade's a little dark for me, so I just apply a little bit. And then I take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer and use this concealer to kind of highlight. That's a lot. I get a little excited with concealer. Okay, and then I'm just going to also highlight a little bit on the chin, around the nose. I always get red there. Some down the nose. Now I'm going to... I didn't even tell you what I was going to do. I'm going to blend in my concealer using my beauty blender. And then just taking any translucent powder, I'm going to cook my concealer. I'll take a ton on my beauty blender. And just do a little bit on my chin too. I don't apply so much, like some people seriously apply so much. I don't apply that crazy amount because I really don't need to. I'll just let that cook for a couple minutes. Okay, now I'm going to wipe away that product using a stippling brush. wipe away the excess product. And then I'm taking a little bit of MAC Emphasize powder. And I'm just kind of putting that right on top, just to highlight a little bit more. And then I like to set the rest of my face. I like setting my face even though I'm dry, just to make my foundation stay. I'm using the Youthful Wear Youth Boosting Powder in Creamy Natural from Physicians Formula, and I got this on sale. That's why I bought it. And I actually really, really like it. It smells really good. And I'm just using a little Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, I think. That's what it's called. And this powder is just so natural. And it's not like super mattifying. And I just love it. And I like using it with a smaller brush. Go back into the eyes. So I will zoom you in again. We're going to do kind of the same thing. I'm going to start by just applying some liner. I'm not going to do black. I'm going to do brown. I'm going to use Urban Decay Whiskey liner. Yeah, that'll work. I really like this liner because it makes my green eyes pop. It's got like a really red undertone to it. I'm going to take that first shade we used, this one, from the original Chocolate Bar palette. Now to finish off the rest of the face, I'm going to start by using a little bit of bronzer. I'm just going to use my Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in number 2, and I'm going to use the bronzer out of that. I actually really love this bronzer to warm up the face. And I'm using a Delium Tools 974, like a big tulip brush. And I take it down my neck as well. I'm going to contour using my NYX palette. And I'm using this shade right here to contour, and my NARS Ita brush. Just get a little bit of that. And use that NARS Ita brush for my cheekbones. On my forehead and kind of down my neck, I use a Real Techniques contour brush, I think it is. And I just blend that out a little too. My cheekbones. Take on the temples. Good, good, good. Just take that down my neck. For blush, I'm going to be using my recent favorite. This is the Maybelline Baked Blush in Golden Fuse. I'm pretty sure this was limited edition last year, but you can find colors really, really similar to this. I'm just using another little BH Cosmetics brush. Alright, cool. So the brows are done. Just need to do the lips. Honestly, any lip look would look nice with this look. I'm first using the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. Just needs to be sharpened. Natural. And I overline my lips, okay? Great. This is one of the new Merle Norman liquid lip colors in the shade Socialite. And it's a really pretty, like, peachy brown kind of color. It goes really well with this lip liner. I really, really like the color of this. I think it looks really nice with this look. And yeah, that is the whole completed look. It seemed like a lot of steps, but it's really, really easy once you get the hang of it. And if you throw some false lashes on, it'll look amazing no matter what you do. I will do a couple of close-ups. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment down below if you want any other different looks or any videos that you would like me to do. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.